Most partnerships don't fail because partners fell out. They fail because the partners never properly agreed in the first place. The conflict you see at the end was written at the beginning. So here's the direct answer. Business partnerships fail for structural reasons, generally not personal ones. The three gaps that cause most breakdowns are misaligned goals, undefined decision-making authority, and unresolved financial expectations. These aren't problems that develop over time, they're absent agreements from day one. The argument that eventually ends the partnership is almost always just the moment those gaps become impossible to ignore. So let's take each gap in turn. First, misaligned goals. Two partners launch a business together. One wants to grow aggressively and sell within 5 years. The other wants a sustainable lifestyle business they can run indefinitely. Neither is wrong, but if they never said it out loud, they're building towards different destinations on the same budget. Every major decision becomes a proxy war for a conversation they never had. Second, undefined authority. Who has the final say on hiring, on pricing, on taking on debt? When it's not written down, both partners assume they do. And that works fine until the first genuine disagreement, at which point there's no mechanism to resolve it. Decisions stall, resentment builds, and the business suffers while the partners argue about who gets to decide. Third, financial expectations. One partner needs to draw a salary immediately. The other is happy to defer income and reinvest. One expects equal splits on everything. The other believes contribution should determine reward. These assumptions feel obvious to each person holding them, which is exactly why neither raises them. Financial conflict is one of the most cited causes of partnership breakdown, and it almost always traces back to expectations that were assumed rather than agreed. So why don't partners just sort this up front? Because the stronger the relationship feels, the less necessary the paperwork seems. If you're going into business with a close friend or a trusted colleague, raising these questions can almost feel like an insult, like you don't trust them, like you're planning for failure before you've even started. But that logic inverts the risk. The closer the relationship, the more damage an unresolved structural gap will cause. You're not protecting yourself from them, you're protecting the relationship from the business. And the time to do it is before the pressure is on, not during it. So the decision rule is simple. Before entering or continuing any partnership, check for explicit alignment on three things: shared goal and direction, defined roles and decision-making authority, and agreed financial terms. Assume does not count as agreed. If any one of these is vague or unspoken, that's not a minor gap. It's the most likely source of your future breakdown. If the relationship feels too solid to need it in writing, that's more of a cue to write it down. If that was of value, subscribe to the channel for one real business question answered every video. For the same clarity in writing, the website and newsletter is 5minutebusiness.com.